Yes, class, this is my essay on informative speech of the Ashantis. The Ashantis is a tribe in West Africa which has been very dominant in West Africa for 600 years, well over 600 years. They are originally located in Ghana, which is in West Africa, next to Togo, and then Cote d'Ivoire, and then also north is Burkina Faso. To the south is the Atlantic Ocean. The Ashantis' first king name was King Oseidutu, who also in the native language of Tree, which is the native language of the Ashanti tribe, his name is Otumfuo Oseidutu the first. He's the first Otumfuo, which means he's the first king of the Ashantis. The Ashantis were very powerful and they were strong warriors. They dominated most of West Africa, and in their prime, they conquered most of the regions of Togo, Cote d'Ivoire, and Burkina Faso. So pretty much they controlled most of Western Africa. They dealt in gold and they was rich in gold. I mean, in the middle country of Ghana, there's a lot of gold. So the Ashantis knew how to use their gold in trade. They traded with native tribes from Nigeria to Mali Empire. They traded with them, and then eventually they started trading with the Europeans from Portugal and from London, which is Britain, Great Britain, United Britain. They started trading with them too. So during the trade, they traded with, guns, clothing, drinks, and more of European lifestyle than they didn't have. Something that, Africans were lacking was, the new technologies of the world, and that's what they dealt in. They traded in. Eventually, the trading led to slave trade. This led the Ashantis to fight the British, which was mostly dominant trade. They started dealing in slave trade, and then eventually came the Americans, and then they fought with the British for 300 years. For 300 years, the Ashantis fought the British every day. Pretty much every year there was a big battle going on. The Ashanti army consisted of 60,000 men, which was led by King Osei, the third king of the Ashantis. He fought the British, and they had a big battle at the coast of Ghana, which resulted in about 5,000 deaths in Ghana. And they also eventually they lost the wars, but most of the wars were won by the Ashantis. But eventually they lost due to lack of technology that they have in the Ashanti region, and in Africa at the time. The Europeans won the war with the guns and with the cannons and all the technologies of war. They lost because the only weapons the Ashanti had were spears, arrows, and swords, and knives and daggers and different kinds of hand-holding tools that they fought the British with. So this made them to lose the war eventually. Later on, the Ashantis were marginalized by the British and the French due to the colonialism that happened in West Africa. The Ashantis were marginalized to present-day Ghana. Ghana is in West Africa and it's next to Togo and Cote d'Ivoire, which used to be conquered, which was ruled by the Ashantis. Now they marginalized the Ashantis due to the strength and the power that the Ashantis had. They were marginalized by the British. The British colonized Ghana, and Ashanti right now, modern Ashanti, still have a king. It's a monarchical government, and they have a king, King Oseidutu the second. He took the title after the first king of the Ashantis, and he is the modern king of Ghana, and he basically is a modern king, which is, there's no more wars, and he rules as a monarchical government. He gives his advice to government and try to settle disputes as much as possible. The Ashantis now control over 70% of the population of Ghana, and the main revenue of Ghana is still gold, because where the Ashantis are located, that's where most of the gold is located at. So 70% of the population in Ghana, it's Ashantis, and the native language of them is Twi, which is the second language of the country, because due to colonization, they all learned English, but now they all speak Twi, which is the native language of the Ashantis. They still deal in gold, and gold is the main revenue of Ghana. So this is a little history I wanted to give on the Ashantis, and a very informative speech that I'd like you to know something about West Africa and the great kingdoms that are in West Africa. The Ashantis are located in Ghana, in the mid region of Ghana, and there's a lot of history to be learned about them. So, thank you.